What's going on? It's your boy Fist, bringing another great edition of Call of Duty for me to you, because that's what I do. Boots on the ground, Call of Duty World War II. Are you going to be waiting for it? Are you excited? Me personally, I'm indifferent, but we'll get into that in a second. I know I was going to do a challenge, start my challenge videos after my last video commentary. Didn't realize 4th of July was so close, so we're going to start that tomorrow. Hope you guys tune in for that. Has nothing to do with Call of Duty. It's just something personal I want to share with you guys on this channel. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, I understand. I get it. We will be doing World War II videos, maybe some other games that I like in the future, but mostly we're going to, hopefully, I feel the urge to play Call of Duty World War II. But the reason I posted this video is so you can see the pace of a boots on the ground type game. Some people like this, some people don't, but I think the community that we live in today is indicative to hype. And its hype is what drives, I would say trendy hype is how games blow up, or how games are looked at, or how games get a foothold at being something that everybody plays. Because I was looking online, I was trying to find a different game. I was trying to find something that I like to play. I was looking for that game. And so I'm looking around the last couple days during the 4th of July weekend, and I had many opportunities to play new games, for instance, like Lawbreakers. And when I looked at this game online, I seen the fact that, somebody gave me a beta code. I said, well, let me look at the game first. And I looked at a bunch of videos of Lawbreakers. I saw some people that hated it, some people were indifferent about it, and some people were just playing it because they were playing it. But the big overall thing that I've noticed was that it was nowhere to be seen in even the top 5, 10, or even 50 on Twitch or anywhere. No, there was nobody playing it, and it was even opened up by Cliff for an open beta for everybody to play, and nobody was still playing it. So to me, in my mind, after watching that, I come to the conclusion, after being as long as I've been on these forums, the YouTube forum, Twitter, and so on and so forth, is that if nobody is playing a game that is new, and it's a complicated game or a game that takes some type of time, then nobody is going to be playing it at the end. Meaning that nobody's going to take the time to play it, and they're not going to play it, so you're not going to have anybody to play with, so you're going to invest all that time, and you're not going to be able to play with nobody. It sucks. So I just said to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with that game. I'm sure it's a great game, but if nobody's going to play it, I'm not investing my time to play it, and that's that. And so I'm looking around, and I'm further looking, and there were some interesting things that popped up, is the fact that a lot of people were playing the Black Ops 3. Or a lot of people went back to Black Ops 3, and I think there were some, when I look at the game Black Ops 3, it has some continuity of like boots on the ground. If you want to jump, you can jump, but most of the time you can stay on the ground if you wanted to. And I think people play that game both ways. They can play that game both ways. But what I found really fascinating, as I saw myself and a lot of these people who still play Black Ops 3, it's a very cultish game now. And meaning that there's people, their whole thing is they created their own little cult where the top 5, top 10 people are always looking to be #1. And it doesn't matter how much time they spend on this game, they want to be #1. That's their claim to fame, and that's their drive. And I look at that, and I see myself in some of those people. Like I was watching last night, I think somebody had like 109 days in Black Ops 3, and they were in second place. And I said to myself, how could somebody play a game 109 days unless you're going through some personal stuff? And it's not a bad thing. Like, you may not know you're going through it. I've lived that. I've gone through that. You may be going through a state of depression, and you're trying to find yourself, and you want to come up out of that, or it's a form of meditation. It's cheap entertainment. Maybe you're married and you don't go out anymore, and that's your thing. Versus watching TV or watching movies, you wind down and you play Call of Duty. There's many reasons, but I lived all of those things, and I see that, and people stick on one game that's cultish, and it's good for them and good for the game I'm glad they enjoy it and they find something. It's really hard to find a game that you like, but myself, I used to be there, and I don't see how trading time in the end that much is worth it. And I think when those people realize and they come out of that funk, they're going to realize too that they'll never do that again. They'll play, but they'll never go back. But you know, this shows Call of Duty is a really strong game that a lot of people, you could still make the same format and people can come back to it, and that's fine. You can always come back to it. A lot of games are going to be coming out this for the Xbox X, so I'm hoping to play some cross-platform games like Battlegrounds, some other games on this channel. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. That's what I'm really looking forward to. But I think there's so much hype now when you look at games like Call of Duty and Black Ops 3 and past Call of Duties and new games like Lawbreakers trying to come up and they can't, is because we live in a different atmosphere now. And that's all about hype. And if you don't have the social hype behind your game, it could be a bad game. So, you know, when I look at games that are already out right now, and I'm not saying like Boots on the Ground is a bad type of game, but when you look at Modern Warfare Remastered, you know, it's not in the top 10 of Twitch. It's not a hype game. So I think people are used to playing Call of Duty, so they can jump back on it. It's a boots on the ground game. It's probably new maps. It's World War II. I mean, I know people in Europe and England love World War II games, and that's going to be a big carry because they lost at least 10 million of their hardcore fans when they got away from a modern combat Call of Duty, and that's going to bring a lot of them back. But that's a hype, you know, the hype wave that they could ride, and it should help out. But I look at the whole spectrum of online Call of Duty, and that is when you look at Modern Warfare Remastered, you can play a modern game that's remastered in HD, and it's not doing what it should be doing, and how people are expressing themselves with boots on the ground. Then I just don't see the logic behind a Call of Duty World War II game. Where would they expect that game, and how long would you expect a boots on the ground next Call of Duty World War II game to last? And where does Treyarch go after that? I guess they're going to go with Modern Warfare, Modern Combat, or MW2 Remastered. I mean, that's their last chip on their shoulder. That'll be their last hurrah. That's like the icing on the cake, saying we're finally get the Infinity War chip off our back. We're going to make a better Modern Warfare 2 than they did. So that's where I think they're going to go with it. But I think boots on the ground, Call of Duty World War II is just going to be a hype game, and everybody is mostly sociably want to get paid off of it, and that's why you're going to see the big hype off of that game. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, it's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.